know now, the studies have shown us that we have an obesity epidemic in this country. Second to tobacco, obesity is one of the highest preventable diseases in this country.
1 out of 4 residents that are of age of 9 to 16 were obese. 35% of our children in South Amani were obese, and those numbers hit pretty hard.
This generation will possibly be the first generation that will not outlive their parents.
Make a mother's love and a father so proud.
I think the benefits of passing policy during these tough economic times is just, we still need to get that information out to parents about healthy eating during these times, especially in my community. I know people are going to start looking at fast food because it's so cheap. We think that there's still avenues in which we can show the residents how to make healthier choices in their lifestyle.
There are many benefits to passing these types of initiatives in a community like El Monte or communities throughout the state. And there's obviously the financial benefits. You have a healthier community, you have less people needing medical services, you have less children being sick from school. But overall, we want families to have healthy children so that they can grow up to be healthy adults.
It all starts off with our kids. You know, if our kids aren't healthy, they're not going to be healthy when they're adults. When they're not healthy as adults, they're not going to be healthy as senior citizens. And it's a trickle effect. It's a lifelong process, and the kids benefit the most out of it.
The impact in our community is actually very interesting. For instance, in the city of Baldwin Park, we've had a lot of participation from different generations of our communities. People take genuine interest in the fact that when you're making changes in their very own community that impacts their very own life, they want to be part of that change.
I think it's important for all the elected officials to take this on. It's just the right thing to do. Our children are so important. We need to start teaching them healthy lifestyles, how to be active, how to exercise.
I believe that as elected officials, it is our obligation to ensure that we're creating healthier communities for our constituents. It is important that our residents have an opportunity to live a healthier lifestyle.
It is our responsibility as city leaders to really take a look and analyze what is actually happening and why obesity is on such a rise.
The city looked at switching the vending to a healthier nutritional standard vendor, and we found that it was no cost or little cost to the city. Basically, we're changing out the snacks that are a little bit cheaper with the nutritional snacks. We're not providing soda in our vending machine, so it's all water, which is a little bit cheaper also.
When 33% or more of our children are obese, what that leads to is a lot of health risks. And those cost not only families money, but it also costs cities money, and it costs the state money, it costs the federal government money.
We really have to make the healthy choice the easy choice. We call them active by default policies, such that it's really the opt-out versus opt-into physical activity, making physical activity the path of least resistance. And that's when it really pays. That's when prevention really does deliver a return on investment. So really what's good for the waistline is good for the bottom line when we do it right.
As you consider these types of policies, whether it's making changes to the snacks and the drinks that you offer at your local parks, or whether it's adopting a health and wellness element, there is always going to be a cost associated with these types of changes. But at the end of the day, it's a one-time expense that you see the dividends of for the rest of the lives of these young children. So I think the costs associated with obesity are far greater than any cost that you could have changing over to these types of healthy choices. And it's worth it. Aren't our families worth that type of a change?
Make the healthy choice the easy choice.
Because health doesn't just happen. We have to make it happen.
My life, it's a river that flows to you. My life, it's a river